Now, being awake is a very beautiful thing. Being awakened, very beautiful thing, good experience. Uh, you feel like the world is being, time is passing in front of you. You feel like the world is changing. But at the same time, awakening, it has got a dark side. And while a lot of people talk about all these beautiful things, oh, I'm awakened and everything, and I see this and now I see that. They see the angel numbers, they see the synchronicities, they see all these beautiful things. Some of them don't really tell you that it's lonely. And you are not ready and you haven't been prepared, that you're going to lose a lot of people. You're going to lose so many friends. On this journey of growth, because eventually the awakening is the beginning, and then spiritual growth will follow, where you start, stepping into your greatest version, healing, and doing all these beautiful things about about your life. It is a personal, what is that word called? Let's just say it is personal. Okay, your awakening and your spiritual journey, it is personal. Let nobody try to come around and they try to tell you, oh, what is going on, what is wrong with you. What It is personal. Probably it's the very first time you hear me talking about it's personal. I've always told you the things that have happened before, pre-awakening, it wasn't personal, because those things was designed to help you evolve, awake, and eventually evolve to become your greatest version. So those experiences that happened back in the day, in those years, growing up as a kid, growing up teenage years, whatever, it wasn't personal. It is the thing that was designed by the universe, by God, to get you into a state where you would be able to evolve. But the very moment you snap and the awakening button has been pushed, that is personal. It is personal. Why is it personal? Because you're the one that has awakened. There's a very big chance 95 or 98% of the people around you, they're all asleep. It is not your duty to wake them up. There's nothing you can do. You may go around and try to tell them a lot of things, give them information. You're looking more crazy because they're thinking like something is wrong with you. So it is sometimes very hard for a person that goes through a spiritual awakening when you realize that you're not going to be able to take anybody with you. It doesn't mean that you're going to just unplug and start getting away from people, or kind of like, it is going to be in a sense where you will just naturally see and know that there is people around you that you can't take with you on your journey. You just can't take with you on your journey. There's people around you cannot take them with you on your journey. This whole thing of awakening is personal. So you may be a parent, you've grown up, you have your children, and then eventually you're awakened, and now you're starting to look around. you know some of your kids, maybe some of them are narcissists, some of them are very toxic, some of the family members are toxic, and you're thinking, what are you going to do? Now, when it comes to children, it is very important to be compassionate. because they're your children at the end of the day, and they still need guidance from you. But there may be a case whereby these children are adults and they have already moved on with their lives. They've gotten married somewhere, they are working some jobs and whatever, but they are very, very toxic as F. And whenever they come around you, it feels like they're just continuing to intoxicate you. You know, there are some children who know that, my mother is a very nice person. She's a, you're this empath. My father is a nice empath. So they can come around and take advantage of that because they're your kids and they believe that you are very this beautiful person, and whatever they do, whatever they say, you will usually accept them for what it is or what they are. And it has always been the case. But you see, post-awakening, like I've said, it becomes a personal affair. That was the word I was looking for. It's a personal affair. So you are now very protective of your energy. You want to be very careful who is around you, who are you giving your energy, who are you giving your time, all those kind of things. Because you see, pre-awakening, it always feels we do not have any boundaries. When you awaken, you now realize you have got to create some. The boundaries that was never in place, you start creating some. And eventually when you create some boundaries, like I said, there's always going to be those family members that are always going to think that you are trying to be special. You're trying to be better than us. Or who do you think you are? Because now you're awake and you this and this, so they're going to call you these names, and we are family, so you cannot, do this, but you feel that you have to do it. They will take it personal because you have awakened and now you're doing things different. They're going to take it very personal, but you're also taking it very personal. So you see, when you create boundaries, some people take it personal if they cannot overstep your boundaries. But you're also taking it personal because you do not want them to overstep your boundaries, because you actually understand and value your energy. So as you continue to evolve and grow in your spirituality, move ahead with life and evolve, you're realizing that it is going to be a journey where you are not going to take anybody with you. It's going to be a journey where you're just going to leave people there where they are, leave them behind, leave them doing whatever they do best. And you allow them to catch up, because you cannot force people to catch up with you. It's like, for example, when you're a fast runner, sometimes you're going to be running a race and other people cannot catch up with you because you're too fast for them. So you run your own race, reach your destination, and let them run at their own pace, because not everybody runs at the same speed. So this awakening thing is spiritual, it is mental, and it is very important to understand, my chosen ones, that not everybody is there yet mentally. They may be there physically, they may be nice, strong, and energetic and whatever, powerful, but spiritual and mentally they're not there. They're not there yet emotionally. So it is going to feel like you are pulling people or dragging them on a race and they can't catch up with you. So family members, you realize that you're no longer on the same frequency with your family. You realize that you're no longer on the same frequency with your friends. You're looking for your tribe. You want to find people who speak your language. You want to find people who resonate with you. You want to find people that you guys have got things in common. Because now you're looking around you and everybody who has always been next to you, you no longer have things in common. So you no longer understand each other. It feels like every time you guys are talking, you're just ending up in an argument. You don't even know what sparked the argument. Because you see, awakening puts you in that state where you want to be more authentic and true to yourself. It is not like in the sense whereby you want to be perfect, but you want to get a little bit more into that space where you want to be really true, because you see, you're on a healing journey. The spiritual journey is also a healing journey. So you want to get more, become more true to yourself, more compassionate with yourself. Pre-awakening, you've been running other people's races. You've been, you know, standing in for people, covering for people who would never cover up for you. And you've spent a lot of time and energy running other people's races. But because awakening is spiritual, it's a spiritual journey. And I've done a video and I've told you this is not something that is for everybody. Okay, some people try to, oh, you're spiritual, so it's a very beautiful thing to say, and they want to get excited. And when the moment they start to get into this journey, they realize it is a tough journey. It is not something they was prepared for. They was just dragging themselves to get into the journey. It wasn't time for them. It wasn't, maybe it's not even their journey. Maybe it's not even their cup of tea, for starters. So your energy becomes very valuable, my chosen ones. You want to be sure. Anybody that wants to sit with you in the car, they are ready to go in that direction you want to go. Because you see, at this moment in time, post-awakening, you're the pilot. Yeah, you're the one who is piloting the plane. Many years ago, people used to, you was the passenger. You was the one in the passenger seat. So many years ago, you know? So you used to be in the passenger seat. You let everybody ride, take you for a ride. They go left, you go left. They go right, you go right. But now you're like, no, 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 guys, listen. It is my time. And the very moment you say that it's your time, that is when all hell will break loose, because nobody wants you to eventually start doing those things you always wanted to do, take back your power, go which direction you always wanted to go. So for them, it becomes personal. But at the same time, for you also, it's very personal. Okay? Like I've said, you have people that are very dear to you, people that are very close to you and dear to you. And you're compassionate with those people. Continue loving them. But sometimes it can get to an extent whereby you may have to love people from a distance. Because loving somebody, there are some people who they cannot be loved. You can try to push yourself to love them, but it's not possible to love them, because they are those kind of souls. They don't know how to receive love. Instead of receiving love, they just give you back hate. You know, those kind of things. So be compassionate with your family. Understand them, that they are energetically, they are at their own frequency, and you have shifted. You can no longer speak the same language. You can no longer sleep in the same space. You can no longer probably even eat the same food. You can no longer be around the same circles. So things are going to shift. And that is pretty much what causes the loneliness. So in the first 6 months, I think most people have gone through the awakening. They have started experiencing loneliness within the first 6 months, you know, because nobody speaks your language. Your family thinks you're crazy, you're going insane. Your father, I was called crazy, I didn't know what I was doing, go and seek help in the hospital. Only for me to find out later on that the people that was recommending for me to go to the hospital for help, there was the people that needed the help. I was the one that was waking up. So awakening feels crazy, not only to you, but even to the people around you. It feels like you're going crazy, you're going nuts, you're going berserk. It is the same way people feel about you. And you're going to always sometimes feel like you cannot recognize yourself. You don't know what is happening. You don't know what you need to do. You don't even know where it's, because you know it's just the beginning of everything. So there's this turmoil that is happening around you. Everything is falling apart. Your jobs are falling apart. Your health, you know, your friend circles, everything is changing. And it feels like you're going berserk. So be compassionate with everybody. Leave them where they are. Don't try to push or to force them to speak your language, because the more you force them to speak your language is the more confused they're going to get. So don't get them too confused or over confused. Tell them a little bit of what they need to know. Leave the rest, because they will not get you. Okay? It's your own personal journey, and it's a personal affair. So I'm very sure that many of you guys resonate. I'm sure that as I'm speaking, many of you are already falling out with a lot of friends, family members, co-workers, and stuff like that. Nobody in the room resonates and understands you. That is what they call spiritual awakening. It has got its cons as well. As much as it has got the pros, it has also got its cons. I've done a whole video a couple of years ago of the downsides of being a highly awakened individual. So if you guys haven't seen that video, it might be in the description below. So let us know what you think. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, catch you guys in my next one. Denzel Mos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.